Hello and welcome back to another Warlords of Draenor video. So this time I'm going to be showcasing 3 of the Garrison add-ons that I've been using. Now of course the Garrison feature is very new, and in terms of add-on support, there really isn't a great deal, and I can definitely imagine there being some just truly interesting sort of implementations in the future. However, right now there really isn't that much choice, and these are 3 of the add-ons that I think are best at doing their intended jobs. So first of all, let's have a look at perhaps one of the most useful Garrison add-ons that there is. This is Garrison Broker. Now it's a very, very useful extension to the Broker library or whatever. Basically, it uses this base thing called Broker. It's a plugin for Garrisons. So what does it do? Well, it basically gives you 2 things. This and this. You can have a look at all your shipments across multiple characters. So for an example, if I look at my main, I can see there's the tannery. I've got 6 work orders queued up, 1 is complete, and a total of 7. And yeah, so you can have a look at all that stuff. You can get timers as well, and we'll also say how many Garrison resources and Apexis crystals your various characters have, which is extremely useful, so that's pretty nice. Next, we've got this. This is basically just timers for all of your follower missions on multiple characters. Again, it's very simple. It just gives you all the information that you need to know in one little place. Now, you probably noticed that this is hooked up to a panel thingy here. This is, well, either Titan panel or Bazooka, which is the one that I'm using. Now, I don't really like this too much, normally, because I think it's unclean looking. However, I do have a bit of a fade on here, which makes it okay. Now, this Garrison Broker add-on requires something like this because of just the way the add-ons are set up. So you do need to get this, which is a bit of a pity, and I suppose if you get into this, then you can do, you can add some more functionality for additional things, like, for example, SCADA's plugged itself in there, so is Collect Me, so yeah, that's what's going on. Now, the other thing that this add-on does is these little toasts, and basically, it's a notification that pops up to tell you when something happens, so here's all the ones that popped up while I was away AFK before I recorded this, and that's just pretty handy because it tells me what's going on. You can just, get rid of them, and there you go. That's basically it for the add-on. An extremely easy and convenient way to get an overview of what's going on across all of your characters. So this next add-on is called Garrison Commander, and it's based off your followers, and it's a very, very small add-on, but one that I think is actually kind of lovely. Now, as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of missions here, and if you look at the tooltip, you'll notice it's a little bit different. So what's this tooltip telling me? First of all, in the orange text, it says 35% chance. That's just the base chance to complete this mission, so it puts it on the tooltip there, which is pretty handy. However, the really interesting thing that it does, and just the nice handy thing, is it shows you what followers you have that are compatible with this mission. So this one is Wild Aggression and Minion Swarm, and the followers that I have, which are suitable for that, are Ileona, Abugar, Tormok, and Grillin. However, Grillin is inactive, so it tells you that, and this is pretty handy. So for an example for this one, I now know that Crowman, Ishal, Delira Moonfang, and Delvar Ironfist all can do this mission and will be effective, but they're all on a mission, so I can't. And yeah, this is just a handy little way to, at a glance, see what you're really going to be good for in terms of missions. Now, another handy part of this is if I go over this, the mother of all Kaliri, whatever, it says there, this follower can counter, and then nothing. That means that I don't have any followers that can counter Minion Swarm. Well, I do, they're inactive, I think, but yeah, again, another handy little thing that this add-on tells you. Again, it's not a massive add-on, but it's more information in your tooltips, and I just think it's very useful. Next up, we've got a quick little add-on called Breeze, and when I say quick, I mean it in a few different ways. It's a small add-on, it doesn't do much, but what it does do is pretty fast. So, many of you are probably not too keen on the idea of watching every single animation play out for every single mission. Now, personally, I don't mind that, and sometimes this add-on's a little bit too fast for me, but yeah, I'll go in and show you what it does. So, instantly, I can, basically click everything, get through really fast, and boom, I'm through that menu. However, the only thing for me is, I haven't found out much from that, and yeah, sure, any rewards that you get will appear, down here in your log, in your chat log, but still, I kind of like seeing the little animation at the end. Personally, I think Breeze would have been nicer if it would just zoom you ahead to the end screen of a particular mission where it just shows you what your followers got, and, it would skip out the attack animations and all that. Perhaps that will come in a later update, but for now, that's what Breeze does, and if you like the idea of that, then certainly go ahead. Okay then, so there you have it, 3 add-ons which I think should be pretty useful. Now I know a lot of this stuff is really meant for those of you with alts, but I reckon that at this stage of the game so many of us have got alts anyway, that, yeah, it's definitely worth getting. And of course, do bear in mind that right now, sure, maybe you've only got your main and 1 garrison, but imagine managing 4 garrisons. Well, yeah, that would be a lot of work, but I'd say you'd get a pretty good reward in having an add-on, or at least a few add-ons like these to help you out would hopefully go a pretty good way. Anyway, that's it for the video. Be sure to let me know if you found any cool add-ons yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.